Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm William Haas, and let's queer up gay culture. Bianca Del Rio will host Equality PAC National Pride Gala at WorldPride. Bianca, I am definitely your biggest fan, so drag superstar Bianca Del Rio will emcee Equality PAC's National Pride Gala on June 4th at Washington, D.C.'s Mellon Auditorium. The high-profile event, part of WorldPride DC, brings together LGBTQ leaders and allies amongst growing attacks from the Trump administration. Equality PAC's co-chairs, Representative Ritchie Torres and Representative Mark Takano, emphasized the event's urgency, stating, quote, "There's never been a more important time for us to come together, to stand up, to march, and to recommit to our shared determination and resilience," end quote. Queer visibility is under attack beyond politics. The Kennedy Center has quietly withdrawn support for the LGBTQ-inclusive programming, and the National Symphony Orchestra abruptly canceled a planned collaboration with the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington. Activists have condemned these actions as part of a broader push to erase queer voices. Del Rio, known for her sharp wit and advocacy, and also beauty and humor, has urgency for this evening. With the state legislators advancing on anti-LGBTQ bills and administration rolling out back protections, Equality PAC aims to rally support ahead of the critical November election. I love that Bianca is going to actually MC this and leader, and I'd love to go see you, Bianca. But it's important to get a voice out there and get heard, and we are at challenging times, and we have to ban almost all the stories today about us unifying, sticking together, and, to fight the machine.
Right. We need to find more elected officials like Ritchie Torres and Mark Takano. They're both gay men who are staunch fighters in their caucuses for LGBT rights and inclusion.
Showing up and being resilient is what we need the most right now. And especially, it's great that they're having World Pride in Washington, D.C.
It's kind of ironic, yeah.
I think
to a clashing,
yeah. Well, I think it's really important, and I hope that Congress is in session when it happens. I don't know the dates, but I think it's important for our elected leaders to be able to see the impact, the people that their decisions are impacting, and that, we come from all walks of life.
Yep.
And we are elected officials. We're judges. We're police officers. We're teachers. We're your dentists.
Nurses and doctors, but even working at Target,
they're also your car mechanic.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's really important for people who think they know who the gay community is to really be introduced to who the gay community is, and we're not who you think we are.
Correct.
They just see news articles or TV shows and think we all are like that, but we're not.
Right.
There are certain angles that the media portrays, and that the story that they tell, until people actually meet.
Yeah, I actually, in terms of media portrayals, I was the founding executive director of Miami Beach Pride, and the first year we had the event, there was coverage by a gay journalist. And, the article was great. It talked about our legacy couples, the older folks who'd been together for 25 or more years. We had a couple together for 50 years. But the picture that they used in the story? It was a picture of the Nadadores, which is our swim team. It was a picture of the Nadadores float, where the float had the swimmers in their Speedos with water guns. And I called him afterwards and I said, I'm really upset with this, because the article talked all about community, talked about these couples who'd been together for years. But the main photo for the story, of course, was gay guys in Speedos splashing each other with water, which was a small part of the event.
Right.
And I think that, you know, in our own communities, we need to push back when we're not getting fair coverage. And after I had that conversation, it changed the way that he covered the events in the future. And, you know, I think that we need to stand up for portraying ourselves properly.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is why it's so important to have these kind of events in DC. And, you know, I'm glad.
Yeah.
And you get to see your favorite.
Bianca, baby.
Now, that is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.